Alright guys, welcome back to another comic review, once again given to us by our good friend, the Mount Vernon Kid, Chris. Hope you're watching this, hope you enjoy the review as well. And today we're going to talk about a Vertigo book by the name of The Royals, Masters of War. Now, I'm going to be straight with you guys. Right out the gate, I was a little worried about this comic, because the writer of this, Rob Williams, had done another comic. The first time I experienced anything from Rob Williams was garbage, and that was the RoboCop Terminator crossover called Kill Human. That shit was horrible. Like, I got it at a $5 discount, like a $5 bin at a convention. I still feel like I paid too much for it. Yeah. Oh my god, it was bad. So fucking bad, guys. You don't even know. Oh, man. But I'm happy to report that The Royals was so much better. I guess something was in the coffee when Rob Williams made this. Now, The Royals is a alternate history of World War II where the royal families of the world all have superpowers, but they've had this little treaty going on to let other people do the fighting while the royal families would live on with superpower, you know, and keep their superpowers to themselves. The problem is that Prince Henry has decided, fuck that, and decided to enter the war and reveal that people have powers. The problem is that the British royal family isn't the only one with godlike abilities. So, yeah. Now, this is a story of a World War II alternate history that is just irrevocably changed in here. Prince Henry in here is a very, he's very strong-willed and cares about the people, whereas, you know, the rest of the family is just like, the rest of the family, aside from his twin sister Rose, is just like, fuck the commoners, they're meant to die. We're meant to live on as gods, you know, as it should be, we should be the ones ruling them. Yeah, and that's what I really like about that, is that, Henry is this very strong-willed person and very caring about his, the country he's going to rule over one day. But at the same time, he's got flaws of his own. He has some major flaws of his own. Because when he reveals that, the world, to the world that the royals have abilities, the treaty among the other superpowers, the actual superpowered people, is broken. And the first people to really step in there is Japan. The Imperial Royal Family goes in there to wreck shit. And you may be thinking, well, this must mean that, since the Allies have superpowered people, they can just take on Japan's superpowered people and beat them, right? That's how this comic's supposed to go, right? No, that's not how it goes at all. This is a World War II that gets, because of people having superpowers, the problem is just made 100 times worse. You may be thinking to yourself, it'd be like a DC Elseworld story where if Superman was in World War II, he could just easily go to Hitler and, beat him up and the war would be over. It doesn't work like that. It in no way works like that at all. It it kind of just goes horribly wrong despite Henry's good intentions. Now, the other characters in here of the royal family are his older brother Arthur, who is a drunk and a total bastard to everybody. And you also have Henry's twin sister Rose, who, I'm going to give you guys a heads up, they're kind of a thing. Henry and Rose are kind of a thing. Yeah, there's twin siblings in there. Yeah, because if anime, I guess if anime's taught us anything, twincest equals wincest, I guess. Yeah, I can't believe I just coined that phrase. It's real, that's one of the flaws I was talking about with Henry, is that he's a very goodwill person, but he is in love with his own sister. Yeah, so everyone's just kind of damaged in this story. This is a 6-issue miniseries, and it doesn't feel... What I like about this, because some miniseries, they either A, go for they either don't have much of a story or not enough of a story. In here, in the Royals, I feel like the story actually, like, it feels perfectly paced. It feels very much like a well-paced story. It feels like everything was in here. It doesn't feel long. It doesn't feel too long. It doesn't feel too short. Everything in here, involving Japan and Russia and the the American forces, all of it really feels well-paced within this story, told from, tongue-tied, the perspective of a young man who just wanted to save his country and actually do something with his abilities. So, I really dug that. I also like how this kind of is like a fuck you to the upper class, why the upper class kind of, is the way it is. And I like that. I like how this plays with a lot of the, kind of tropes of the royal family, but now you have superpowers in it. Because for that, let me give you a little history lesson. Everything leading past World War II, leading up to World War II, the royal families, whether they be in power or not anymore, the trick was that, not so much of a trick as it was like, the royal family were all just kind of one big ancestral gene pool, and it kind of shows in here. Yeah, that's a real thing, by the way, in history, is that every member of the royal family were related in one way or another because they were marrying each other's cousins or siblings or what have you. Because there was this brilliant idea that I think one of the queens of England thought, hey, there's no way a world war would happen if they're all siblings. They wouldn't cause devastation and war on each other if they were siblings, right? Oh, that's so wrong. That went so wrong. So it does kind of play with that idea. Anyway, so, yeah. Despite me not liking Kill Human by Rob Williams, he brought me back with Masters of War. I highly recommend it. It is a pretty dark comic. It's bloody. This is not a comic for kids. I will tell you that right now. This is not a comic for the young at heart. Anyway, so you guys tell us in the comments below. If you've read Royals Masters of War, did you guys like it, hate it, comment below. And once again, if you're new here, remember to Hulk smash that subscribe button and be a part of Earth's Mightiest Subscribers. I'm DPZ, hope you all enjoyed this review, and we will see you right here once more in the universe.